Dahil may pinakita niya yung pag-break nila. Kaya umabot ng 300 million yung gastos. Magkano bang umabot nito ng kita? Billion?
We always look at the wonders of beauty rather on what's happening within. We see glamour and beauty through the internet, but the moment we step into the country, it's like it changed. In the Philippines, there are countless of people struggling to live a peaceful life and resort to the unacceptable. In keeping their families and themselves safe, especially in these dark times, is a difficult task.
Good day everyone, and today we are going to be tackling on the novel Banana Heart Summer, and specifically the chapter Lengua para Diablo. While doing all of that, I'll be doing some digital editing depending on what we are going to be tackling in this video. I was supposed to do a scrapbook theme, but I kinda had a limited amount of time, so we'll just be doing it all digitally. Before we introduce the novel, let us tackle on the issue of poverty in the Philippines. As you may know, poverty is one of the leading societal problems. According to Borgen Project, they listed 10 facts about poverty in the Philippines. So, let us check it out by our presenter, Ryan Lacroix.
Here are some facts about poverty in the Philippines as stated by Borgen Project. One is that agriculture and fishing is their main source of income, since such jobs are within the rural area. Two is that some rural areas are impoverished, mainly because of their respective hometowns, which are not advanced. Three is that they receive only basic education and not anything advanced, like in college. Four is due to population growth. In these hometowns, the birth rate is much higher compared to the city, impoverished areas being 3.8 while cities being 2.8. 5 is that according to stats, 4 out of 10 rural families have below decent living conditions. 6 is the economic growth that is not impactful enough to save your poor families. 7 is how the government uses social programs in order to provide direct assistance to poor families. You may see these programs in action before, maybe through the internet or through news broadcasts.
Banana Heart Summary, a novel by Merlinda Bobbis, talks about a 12-year-old girl called Nenita who is desperate for the wants of good food, pure love, and a good life. According to Goodreads, that it tells, growing up with 5 sisters and 2 brothers, she seeks happiness in a scent of deep-fried bananas made by her Nana Dora, who teaches her the myth of the banana heart. In a tantalizing scent of manolito, her heart throb. In the smell of the food she cooks for the most beautiful woman on Remedios Street. Nenita associates food with love, the love she yearns to receive from her disappointed mother. But in this summary of broken hearts, new friendships, secrets, and discoveries, change will be as sudden and explosive as the monsoon that marks the end of the sweltering heat and transforms Nenita's young life in ways she could never imagine. Basically, Nenita wanted to change her lifestyle from being in the barren neighborhood to living a luxurious life. Her desperateness in wanting that luxury has led her to a path full of obstacles she must go through. A simple time when we are young, we always think that we know everything about the world just through a search through the internet. But all that fantasy is discovered with struggles that many people, even adults nowadays, are still struggling with it. Let us proceed to a specific chapter in this novel, which is called Lengua para Diablo.
Lengua para Diablo is an excerpt, meaning the devil ate my words. It is somewhat a known excerpt within this book, mainly because it tackles a very important situation where a lot of Filipinos suffer, which is about poverty. The story starts where one of Nanita's siblings suspected that the father is in somewhat of a bad situation wherein he lost his job. In the story, she said the quote, "The devil ate his words," whenever both of their parents fight. This is because there are some situations where you cannot simply answer it, like in this situation. The father couldn't say anything whenever he argues with his wife, and simply shuts her up whenever he felt like losing the argument. That is because he was fired from his job, which involved masonry, since he found a cheaper price to extend his house despite him under a mason job. So how is the relation between him being fired from his job and the argument with his wife? So let's say, what if both of them were arguing about that? So whenever that conversation brought up, or basically anything that he cannot control, he would say, "The devil ate my words," every time he was being cut off, or when he felt like losing. So after losing his job, he lost his power in control of the family. He makes empty promises without thinking about fixing himself first. There may be some misunderstandings with this excerpt. Some people may view it as a father who does not think that his wife deserves to be a breadwinner and he does instead. Some may think that he was in the wrong, or maybe the wife was in the wrong. But let's look at it in a way that does not involve the story of Banana Heart Summer. And let's just take the idea of it. So let's say you lost your job and you have a family to feed. Your partner is a stay-in-house worker, or basically a house husband or housewife, or basically they have a job within the house and relies on you for everything. Basically, you are somewhat the breadwinner of the family. So how are you going to handle that? The family that look up to you the most found out that you lost your job, meaning of course there's going to be a conundrum. There would obviously be panic, or maybe just some concerns that they can somewhat deal with it. But most of the time, especially when you are suffering with poverty, of course there would be somewhat of a shock or a reaction. So see what I mean? Filipinos struggle from this, and the thought feels so concerning about losing your job and you being the breadwinner of the family. So just imagine losing your job and everyone just looks up to you as the breadwinner, and then suddenly you make this one mistake that completely ruins everything. So that is all for the lesson and the tackling about Banana Heart Summer, specifically the chapter Lengua para Diablo. This novel is a very long novel, but it just mainly focuses on the life of Nanita. However, we'll just be mainly focusing on that chapter. So that is all for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you later. And we'll be showing some of the designs again that I did during the past few topics that we've tackled in this video. So I hope you learned something. Bye.